There comes a time in every man's life when he has to face the truth. Sometimes you superglue your ear to a desk while pounding pudding, and there's no instruction manual for that. I didn't wake up that morning planning to glue myself to furniture. I didn't set out thinking, yes, today is the day my ear becomes one with IKEA. But fate has a funny way of saying, here's some adhesive and dessert good luck. It all started simple. I had a desk, I had pudding, and I had an overwhelming urge to pound something, not out of anger, mind you, but out of pure passion for tapioca. Do you know what it's like to slam a spoon into pudding with the force of 1,000 suns? It's therapy, cheaper than a shrink, stickier than yoga, and more satisfying than an applause you didn't earn. But then came the glue. They never tell you how fast super glue works until it's too late. 1 second you're leaning down, ear close to the desk to inspect your pudding pounding progress, and the next second, bam, you've bonded with office furniture on a molecular level. Ear plus desk equals eternity. Suddenly, I wasn't a man eating pudding. I was part of the decor, a desk accessory, a lamp's sidekick. Neighbors came over. "Why is your ear glued to the desk?" they asked. And I said, "Because pudding doesn't pound itself, Greg. Because life isn't about waiting for the glue to dry, it's about sticking to your decisions." Literally, they left quietly. I haven't heard from them since. Probably because my ear was still suctioned to pine wood, and I couldn't follow them out. The pudding didn't make things easier either. Every time I slammed the spoon, it splattered across the wall, the ceiling, even the family cat. He now smells like vanilla custard and shame. At one point, I thought the pudding was laughing at me, mocking me, daring me to pound harder, as if it knew I was compromised. I tried everything to break free: soap, butter, even pudding itself. Did you know pudding makes glue stronger? Now you do. I became pudding's prisoner, chained not by iron shackles, but by Elmer's extreme hold and a dessert cup from the discount aisle. But here's the thing, being stuck gave me time to reflect, time to ask life's big questions. Why do we sit at desks? Why do we pound pudding when spoons exist? Why is the ear never invited to taste testing parties when it's literally next to the mouth? Society doesn't want you to think about these things, but when you're glued to oak, you start asking questions that matter. Eventually, I accepted my fate. Maybe I was never meant to walk freely again. Maybe I was destined to live life horizontally, forever bonded to the world's cheapest desk. And maybe, just maybe, pudding was the glue that held us all together this entire time. So the next time you find yourself lost, hopeless, or snackless, remember this story. Grab some glue, grab some pudding, and pound away. Because life isn't about how many times you fall, it's about how many times you get stuck.